Hey guys, Scarlett here, and welcome back to my channel. And I need to give you all a big thank you and a big hug because recently I reached 10,000 subscribers. So I am so excited to see that you guys seem to be liking my videos, and I'm so honored to be part of the larger pagan YouTube community. So thank you so much, guys. I really do appreciate it. And for today's video, I thought it'd be fun to talk a bit about Scorpio season because we recently entered Scorpio season, and I thought I would go over 5 ways you can really embrace the spirit of Scorpio season. So, just a few facts about Scorpio season, and I do have a few notes here just to make sure I don't forget anything. But Scorpio season, it falls from October 23rd through November 22nd, and I really think it's no coincidence that Halloween or Samhain falls right within Scorpio season. And Scorpio is a fixed water sign. So a fixed sign, you can think of it as if you look at the wheel of the year and you have your equinoxes and you have your solstices. In each quadrant, you're going to have 3 signs, and it's going to go in the order of cardinal, fixed, and mutable. So the fixed sign is right in the middle of the quadrant, and here that is Scorpio. So Scorpio season falls in the middle between the fall equinox and the winter solstice. And Scorpio is a water sign, and water signs tend to be associated with things like creativity, emotions, and relationships. And Scorpios in general, or people whose sun is in the sign of Scorpio when they were born, they tend to be people who might be mysterious, might be very sexual. Of course, that's a stereotype. I don't want to stereotype too much, but they also might be more comfortable with some of the darker aspects of life. Of course, with Samhain recently, we've been talking a lot about memento mori, or reminders of death, and I feel that Scorpios tend to be people more comfortable with certain darker concepts. And I think that's really interesting, and I think that's really cool. So today we're going to talk about 5 ways that you can embrace the Scorpio energies that are swirling all around at this time of year. So the first thing I want to mention is that this is a good time to embrace transformation. And I wanted to talk a bit about the Death card because, you know, I'm a tarot girl and I gotta bring everything back to tarot. So with the Death card, it's ruled by Scorpio. And at first glance, there's a lot of kind of like morbid, dark symbolism going on. You have your 4 horsemen of the apocalypse style death. Sometimes you have death as like a grim reaper. But when you look closer, there's always symbolism of rebirth as well in the imagery. And the Death card isn't really about death in particular, it's about the concept of transformation. And Death, what he's doing is he is trying to cut out things in your life that no longer serve you so that new things can come and be born from that space that you are creating in your life. So for example, I think that this time is a great time of the year to end any, friendships or relationships that aren't really healthy or aren't really serving you well. So if you've been investing a lot of emotional energy into a particular relationship and you're not getting that back, this is a good time to get brave and decide, I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna cut this person out of my life. And it's a bit dramatic, and the Death card is meant to be a bit triggering, but it really makes us think about what is essential, what is helping me, and what is dragging me down. I need to release everything that is dragging me down. Another thing might be just kind of physical stuff. You could just use this great time of year as an opportunity to Marie Kondo your place and like get rid of physical stuff that's no longer serving you. And by that releasing of things that are no longer helping you in your life, you're creating space for new things and new opportunities to come in. So I think Scorpio season is really a great time to embrace the concept of transformation. Okay, now our second thing I have here is to try something new and exciting. I think of Scorpio season as a really exciting time. On the one hand, it kind of starts out, you have Halloween or Samhain, and then you kind of jump into festive events, family events, getting excited about the holidays if you celebrate. So I think it's a great time to kind of embrace that excitement in the air and to use it to try something new. Try something you might have been a bit nervous about trying. For example, maybe joining a new club or starting a new class on something you've been wanting to learn about. So I think it's really a great time to embrace something new that you've been wanting to try but haven't done it yet. And the third thing I have here has to do with the fact that Scorpio season is a time when I think emotions can be a bit up and down. And for my third way to embrace Scorpio season, I think it's a great time to kickstart a meditation routine. And that's gonna really just kind of help regulate your emotions. It's gonna help kind of ground your energy. And I found in my own personal life, when I do a daily 5-minute meditation, I tend to be much more calmer all around. I'm much less likely to get upset or jump into arguments. And I found that it really does help my own life in so many ways. And I'm not perfect, like I definitely do not get my 5 minutes of meditation in every day. But when I'm in a good routine and I'm doing pretty well with it, I find that it really does help my life. And I think for this particular time of year for Scorpio season, it can be really helpful. So I have number 4. So Scorpios tend to be comfortable with sexuality, which is awesome. So I think that Scorpio season is a great time to embrace your own sexiness. Whether that's just for yourself or with a partner, this is a great time to just have fun with it. I'm not gonna say any more about that because I don't wanna get shut down on YouTube, but go for it. This is a good time of year. Okay, so lastly, my 5th way to embrace Scorpio season is to embrace creativity. So I find that Scorpios tend to be very creative people, and that Scorpio season is a time when there are a lot of creative energy swirling around. So this is a great time to make some art. Whether that's like, you know, painting or drawing or making music or whatever artistic expression you'd like to participate in, I say go for it. It's a great time of year to really tap into that creative energy. So I hope you enjoyed this short video, and tell me what you think of my 5 ways to embrace Scorpio season. If there's anything else you'd like to add to that list, definitely share it below in the comments. And thanks again. Thank you guys so much. I'm so excited to reach 10,000 subscribers, and it's so inspiring to just, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep making these videos. I really enjoy it, and I really enjoy being part of this community. So thanks so much, and I'll see you next week. Bye.